All right, everybody, strap in because this deep dive, it's a doozy. We're talking interdimensional travel, musical showdowns, and burns so epic they could level a city.
And we're not exaggerating.
Not even a little. Today, we're unpacking what's become known as the Spirit Saga, where our favorite Chaos Lord, Bugsy, basically decided to take this guy, Spirit, from Death City and, well,
Obliterate him.
with the power of song and dance, no less.
It's brutal, it's creative, and it's 100% Bugsy.
Okay, so before we get into how Bugsy weaponized musical theater, let's set the stage for those who might not be familiar with the whole Death City scene.
Right, because it's a whole thing.
It is.
Yeah.
So we're talking about this city, right, where basically everyone and their grandma is training to be a Grim Reaper. They've got scythes, they're collecting souls. It's very Tim Burton meets, like, anime apocalypse.
Lots of gothic architecture, lots of angst, and right in the middle of it all is Spirit Allburn.
Who, if we're being honest, is kind of a terrible dad.
You were going to say deadbeat, but yeah, the sources don't paint him in a very flattering light.
And Bugsy, for all his chaotic energy, he's got this soft spot for kids.
Even sends little telepathic messages of love to his son Phil. It's actually kind of sweet.
Ah, that's adorable. See, he's got a heart under all that chaos.
He does, but that also means he's got zero tolerance for anyone who messes with kids. And, well, Spirit, he's messing up big time, at least according to Bugsy.
Which is how we end up with Bugsy deciding to, and I'm not making this up, use his interdimensional powers to basically crash Spirit's life.
He drops into Death City like it's nothing, just another Tuesday afternoon for the Chaos Lord.
So the question is, how exactly do you go about musically dismantling a powerful death scythe on his home turf?
Well, it all starts with a live stream and Spirit's ex-wife.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, Bugsy, in a move that could only be described as pure chaotic genius, decides he's going to seduce and charm Spirit's ex live, on stream for everyone, including Spirit, to see.
Wait, hold up. On stream, he did this publicly.
Public humiliation is kind of Bugsy's love language.
And subtlety has left the chat.
Long gone.
So, Spirit's fuming, his ex is charmed. What's the next step in this grand plan of musical revenge?
Well, Bugsy, being the showman that he is, he writes a musical.
You're kidding.
Oh, I wish I were. He calls it It Just Works, the Spirit failure story.
Okay, first of all, ouch. And second, I'm guessing this wasn't exactly a glowing review of Spirit's life.
Not even close. Imagine every bad decision, every character flaw, every single insecurity Spirit has ever had.
Set to music.
Set to music and performed for the entire city of Death City to enjoy.
Savage, pure and simple.
Oh, it gets worse.
It gets worse. How is that even possible?
Because Bugsy, he's not just content with writing the musical. He goes full Broadway on this thing. Costumes, sets, a full orchestra.
He's really going all out.
Bugsy doesn't do anything half-heartedly, especially when it comes to public meltdowns.
So Spirit's having a full-on meltdown.
Oh yeah, the sources on this are amazing.
I bet. This is brutal.
The best part is, everyone in Death City, they're loving it, they're singing along, they're buying merch. Bugsy's basically turned Spirit into a laughingstock, but it's the way he did it that's just chef's kiss. You'd think that'd be enough for Bugsy, right?
I mean, mission accomplished. You've officially ruined this guy's life. Time to move on to the next dimension.
But no. Bugsy, he doubles down.
He doubles down. What does he do? Write a diss track.
Worse, he announces a sequel.
A sequel to the musical.
To the musical. It just works, too. Electric Boogaloo.
He did not.
I'm telling you, the sources, the memes, it's all there. This man commits.
Oh, he commits. But, okay, I have to ask. At this point, what is going through Spirit's head? His life is a musical, his ex is with Bugsy, the whole city's laughing at him.
Well, if the sources are anything to go by, he's not handling it well.
I can imagine. That's got to be a serious blow to the ego.
It gets worse.
Worse. What could be worse than that?
Maka, his own daughter, starts calling Bugsy Papa.
Oh, no. He did not just steal his wife, he stole his kid's heart, too. That's cold, man.
Ice cold. Bugsy's playing chess. Spirit's playing checkers.
This is brutal, but brilliant. And you know what's wild? Through all of this, Bugsy's still got his interdimensional side hustles going on.
Right. Like that whole thing with Bowser.
Wait, Bowser? Like King Koopa? Bowser. From Mario.
The one and only. Apparently they're old buddies.
Bugsy and Bowser, BFFs.
Ow.
Now that's a spin-off I'd watch.
Tell me about it. The sources on those two are wild. Road trips, kart racing, trying to explain why fire flowers don't work outside the Mushroom Kingdom.
That's amazing. Only Bugsy could bring together musical theater, interdimensional travel, and a Koopa King. It's like his superpower.
His chaotic superpower. But you know what else is a superpower? Dropping a casual bombshell about your god-tier status in the middle of all this drama.
Right. I almost forgot about that with all the Spirit Saga craziness. For those of us who need a refresher, what does God tier even mean when we're talking about Bugsy?
Buckle up, because it's about to get weird.
Always does with him. Lay it on me.
So Bugsy basically confirms he's not just some dude who can travel between dimensions. He's got this whole cosmic clock thing tied to his life force, can merge with his doomed selves from other realities.
Doomed selves.
Doomed selves. It's heavy stuff. Even Lord Death was like, whoa, that's a bit much.
Lord Death. Hold on. Are we talking like Grim Reaper, Lord Death?
That's the one. And get this. Bugsy drops another bombshell. He says Lord Death is his grandpa.
His grandpa. The Grim Reaper is Bugsy's grandpa. Okay, now my mind is officially blown. But even with god-tier powers and a family reunion with Death himself, he's not totally invincible, right? There were those theories that he could die under specific circumstances, and that's why Theo was freaking out during that fight.
Exactly. Like seeing Bugsy even remotely vulnerable, it just threw Theo. And remember, this is the former Phantom Blot, a guy who practically invented freaking out.
It's kind of sweet, right? Like, he's gone from the embodiment of fear to worrying about losing the Chaos Lord he's head over heels for.
And it's not just Theo. We've got Kim, Shigo, Jess, all his wives are ride or die for Bugsy.
4 wives. How does he even find the time?
Chaos finds a way. But you know what it tells me? Bugsy's not just some player hopping dimensions. These women, they love him. They're in it for the long haul, even knowing it'll be a wild ride.
And probably involve impromptu musical numbers.
Guaranteed. But honestly, the Spirit Saga, it's nuts, it's hilarious, but it also shows you who Bugsy is at his core. He's got a good heart, he loves these people, and if you mess with them, well, he'll write a musical about it.
A musical that might spawn a sequel.
Don't forget the merch.
The man's a marketing genius. But you're right. Underneath it all, there's a message. Maybe we could all use a bit of Bugsy's chaos.
Maybe not the public shaming through interpretive dance, but a little spontaneity never hurt. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into the glorious, chaotic mess that is Bugsy, what's the big takeaway?
Don't mess with Bugsy's people, and maybe embrace a little chaos in your own life.
Exactly. You never know what kind of adventure, what kind of story you might end up writing for yourself.
And maybe, just maybe, put it to music. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive, everyone. Stay chaotic.